Welcome to the Kicks and Trips YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sean, also known as Sneaker AFI, Sneaker Aficionado, or Sneaker Afi, doesn't matter, whichever one you want to use. Back to you with another video. Before we go and get into the video, make sure you go ahead and, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you can make sure you get any notifications for any videos that I'll be posting pretty soon. With that, I'm going to go ahead and just talk sneakers. So again, this is 2020, winding down a little bit. And this year has been the year of the Air Max 11. It's the 25th anniversary of that. So, I'm sorry, not the Air Max 11, the Air Jordan 11. It's been the 25th anniversary, and you know, you have that sneaker coming out on the 12th. It's also the 25th anniversary of the Air Max 95. And how they're going to be how Nike's going to be celebrating that is they do plan on bringing out the Air Max 95 Neons, which was the first. If I'm not mistaken, it was the first Air Max 95 they brought out. But the big thing this year, which I've talked about a lot during the course of this year in different videos, is it's the year of the Air Max 90, the 30th year anniversary. And to end the 30th year anniversary, we got the sneaker that, if you're a sneakerhead like myself, the sneaker that does it for you for the Air Max 90. They did release it in stores probably early, was this December and November. I did miss out initially. I was able to catch one on a restock, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So this is the Air Max 3, which, let's talk about that. So, you know, the Air Max 1 you should be familiar with, came out in '87. After that, you had the Air Max Lite, which came out in '89, which would be, I guess, the Air Max 2. And then you had the Air Max 90. So at some point, Air Max 90, which came out in '90, the Nike folks decided to call it the Air Max 3. Let me tell you, I was around at that time frame. Might have been a little young, but I never recall the Air Max 90 being called the Air Max 3. But somewhere, those good folks at Nike decided that, hey, we're going to name it the Air Max 3. But let's just be honest, we know it as the Air Max 90, so I'm just going to play along, and this is going to be the Air Max 3. And what it says on the box tag for this one is, this is size 11, it's the Air Max 3, white, black, cool gray. And the size is, the retail is $140. So that's a little misleading because it doesn't even talk about the other colors in here. So, it's a very misleading tag because what they also said is that the color is radiant red, but of course we call it infrared. But before I open up the box, let's talk about the box. So you get the half box, and thank God this is the bigger half box than what we've gotten earlier this year. When I say what we've gotten earlier this year, this is the box that we got earlier this year for the Air Max 90s, which is this box right here, this purple box on top. So as you can see, much bigger box. And why do you have a much bigger box? Because in this purple box, you can see that my sneakers are pretty much like squished in here, you know, because they didn't give us enough room in the box. I mean, but I'm glad that for the Air Max 90s and a couple other, the Air Max 3s and a couple other, you know, Air Maxes they put out this year, they actually gave us the full box. And this box is reminiscent of the box that they came out in back in the 90s. So I do like that little OG appeal. So I'm gonna go open the box. So one thing they do have in here, which I find is kind of cool in one sense and not so cool in another sense, but they actually have the Nike International Collection Spring 1990 little brochure in here. And it gives you, on the cover, it tells you all those runners that are on here that actually have on their Air Maxes. And then when you open inside, it gives you the apparel that they were selling back in 1990. Now, what would have been cool is if they actually re-released some of this apparel that they had back then, but they didn't. They did release the 2 pairs of sneakers that are actually listed, which are the Air Max 90s. The Air Max 3s for the men, which are these that I'm about to show you. And they did retro these ones that are in here for women's, these Air Max 3s that are, I believe, blue, pink, and gray. And actually, if you're looking for those are actually still on Nike's website, and they're actually on sale. So make sure you pick those up for your girl or your wife. So yeah, but I do, again, I like it and I don't like it. I like it because it's a nice little OG touch, but I don't like it because you can't order any of the gear on here. So kind of a missed opportunity potentially. So there's that. Open up the box. Nothing special as far as the tissue paper. Just like the other Air Max 90s that came out this year, you got the little arch supports. And then, excuse me, and then here's the sneakers themselves. So I wish I had, so I have a whole bunch of Air Max 90s. Unfortunately, my stuff is in storage because I am moving into a new house pretty soon, and thank you. And my stuff's in storage, and yeah, but it's all good. We're still gonna get through this anyway. Do got the OG hang tag. I didn't have it hanging in there, or it wasn't attached. It was actually inside the sneaker. I'm trying to think, who did I order these from? I can't remember. Oh, Foot Locker. I got these through Foot Locker. So yeah, the hang tag wasn't actually attached like I've seen all the other Air Max 90s this year, but here we go. So these are the Air Max 90, I'm sorry, the Air Max 3. See, it's so hard to say because I've been saying Air Max 90 all year. But these are considered Air Max 3s. And honestly, there's really no difference. The biggest difference I can tell you right now, or what they do have in here, well, as I describe the sneaker, I'll talk about it. But here's your outsole. Same outsole of all the other Air Max 90s. 3s, black, infrared. On your midsole, you have the clear white, the clear bubble. You got your white on this part. You got your infrared there. Go to the back. You have your Nike Air Shield on the heel. You got your window and infrared there. You got a nice quality leather around here. Around on the actual, yeah, that's a real nice grade quality leather on the upper, and then you have a nice suede, or was that nubuck gray on the upper. And honestly, this is a better quality gray. This is probably a better quality grade upper than I've seen on the Air Max 90. So maybe that's what it is, because you know they did slap additional $20 onto the price tag for these as opposed to the other, you know, Air Max 90s that came out this year. You know, the other ones in the half box, like the purple pair I just showed. Matter of fact, let me grab a pair real quick. So you'll probably see this in the B-roll when I talk about the quality. So if you see right here, the leather may be the same, sort of, but the actual this right here, this part, the gray part, is definitely different. So this one right here is more nappy. It looks more like different, I don't want to say different material, but definitely more grainy. This one right here on this purple one is really smoothed out. You may be able to catch on the B-roll, and that's what I mean by it looks a lot better with the grains actually in the fiber right there. Other than that, you got your mesh right here. You got your mesh on the tongue. You got a cloth tongue. Got your Nike Air. What you do have on the back of the tongue is it actually says the size right there, and then also inside the actual sneaker to the right side, it actually says the size right there. That's something, a little detail that I didn't have in the Air Max 90s that came out earlier this year, that they decided to put in the Air Max 3s. Nice little OG touch, because that's how they had them back in the day. But overall, that's your Air Max 3 infrared. I wish I had the other pairs, like I said, the other infrareds that I've bought over or purchased over the years to compare the difference. But that may be something I may do later on early next year once I do move in. I may pull these back out. I'm pretty sure I won't be wearing them between now and then, but I may pull them out and do a comparison video, because I have probably about 3 or 4 different pairs of infrareds. So I would definitely like to see how they look side by side. But I'm gonna tell you right now, these are just, it's a nice sneaker. This is one of those sneakers that if they release these every year, I would probably buy them every year. There's just about maybe 3 pairs of sneakers or 4 that if they release them every year, I would buy them. This is one of them. Bread 11 is another one. True Blue 3s is another one. Those are probably the top 3, and probably Bread 4s. Those are probably the top 4 sneakers. If Nike or Jordan release these sneakers every year, take my money every year. Don't even care. Take my money every year. And it's also the sneakers that I actually have, other than the Bread 4s, those are the sneakers that I have doubles and or triples of. So I can tell you right now, I have like 3 or 4 different varieties of infrared 90s. I have 3 different pairs of Bread 11s. You know, I have at least 2 pairs of True Blue 3s. Unfortunately, I only got 1 pair of Bread 4s because I missed the ones that came out, I believe it was in 2019. And the price now is just crazy. They went like $450. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, as far as the sneakers themselves, I'll rate these as probably the best quality Air Max 90s have come out this year. And it's been a whole lot of Air Max 90s. But as far as quality, as far as materials, this is probably the best. And I'm probably tired. You guys are probably tired of me saying that because every Air Max 90 that comes out this year, I'm like, oh, this is better. This is best. This is that. But I mean, it's really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with some on the feets and of these, and let me know what you on the feet. What does that even mean? I'm gonna hit you with some on the feet shots of these, and let me know what you think in the comments below. So I'll hit you with the on the feet, not the feet, on the feet. You wasn't supposed to laugh.
Sorry.
Try this again. I hit you with the on the feet shots of these. Again, these are the Air Max 3 infrareds or radiant reds. These have already been released. They've been restocking on different sites. I know Foot Locker, they've been restocking them quite a bit. Retail is $140. You can even find these on your StockX and Goats. Probably about a difference of maybe $40 more or less. Not a huge resale value, but if you want them, make sure you go ahead and get them. Again, these are my Air Max 90s of the year. And yeah, so with that, thanks for tuning in. Make sure, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell for all notifications. And if you're not new, make sure you go ahead, or even if you are new, it doesn't really matter. Make sure you go out and check out some of the other videos I have posted. Leave some comments, likes, all that. Share it to your friends. We like new friends. And with that, thank you, and check out the next video.